Hey again. So I just figured I'd knock out two birds with one stone. I was gonna go and I was gonna take a little break and take a little lunch break and maybe chill out for a little bit. And then I was like, you know what? It is almost 2 o'clock, so I better get these fucking videos done. So here we go. Grooming favorites from 2019. Are you guys ready? Because I'm freaking ready. I'm excited. I wrote this list out after the last favorites video. So I've been sitting on this one for a while. Okay, are we ready? So, the first thing on my list is the Andis Pulse Li5. Now, again, to clarify, because I've gotten a lot of questions on this, I like the Andis Clipper with the black diamond wall blade. Not just any wall blade, because the other wall blades suck, in my opinion. I'm just saying, I literally have two brand new regular wall blades and they're fucking shitty. They don't cut hair, they just drag through it. They give you an uneven ass cut. I don't even fuck with those blades. So I only do the black diamond wall blades. The Andis blades that come on the Li5 are just as shitty as the wall ones. I don't know what is going on with those 5-in-1 blades, but they're okay, what I've noticed is the 15, 30, and 40 are good, but the 10 and the 9 are shit. So that's what I've noticed. That's my opinion, whatever. So the next thing is Fresh Grooming. So you guys know I started working with Fresh Grooming this year. I started doing that because I think they're a really good company. I think they make really good stuff. I think their stuff is affordable, which is really great when there's so much that we need for grooming. Cosmetology, I came from human hair, and yeah, a lot of cosmetologists have scissor addiction, and they might have a bunch of scissors, but a cosmetologist can really get away with having 1 or 2 pairs of scissors, whereas I feel grooming is you really need all shapes and sizes of scissors to really get what you need, to make sure you have everything you need for each different type of dog. So having a company like Fresh Groom where they have things that are so affordable, and they're coming out with combs. They should already be out, and if not, they're coming out soon, because I know they told me they'd have them around Christmas. So they're coming out with combs that are really affordable. They have other really cool stuff planned, and I just see them growing in the industry. They also, Graham has personally sharpened my shears, which was something I was really afraid to get done, because especially in my area, I've heard a lot of horror stories. I have friends that groom in this area that have had shears ruined by sharpeners. So that's something that really scares me. I don't want to give my shears to anybody. And Graham sharpened my shears from Fresh Groom, and they are he sharpened some of my guide shears, and they are cutting better than they've ever cut ever. So I just really stand behind Fresh Groom. I think they're a really good company. I think that they have a lot to bring to the table. They're from the cosmetology industry, so they're seeing it there first and bringing it to the grooming industry, and I just think they really have a lot to offer, and I'm really excited to see what happens with them in the future. And yeah, I'm really happy to be working with them. So I wanted to give them a shout out, and I felt like they really deserve to be on my favorites because I do use so much of their stuff. So the next thing is the Banish Demat Spray. This is huge this year. This really changed the game on dematting. And I know that I can demat a lot of things that I would not have been able to demat previously. So I used Banish. I still charge dematting fees. I was sitting there and brushing it all out by hand. I still charge that, but I just use my Banish spray. And yeah, just work it out with the dryer. And the Banish is just incredible. So if you haven't tried it out, definitely do. I do use the combined. I use the dematting that you put in the shampoo, and then I finish up with the spray. And I've been using the spray on a couple different more coats, on coats that don't just have matting, that maybe have undercoat and stuff. And I've really been liking it for that too. So I've been playing around and using it for different things. But I think it's a great spray. If you can get your hands on at least the sample size of it, do it. But I just bought the bigger size bottles, and they really weren't that bad. It was $20 a bottle, which when you consider for an ear, I might use 2 spritzes of Banish spray. If they have some tingling around their ear, I might use 2 spritzes, and then that's it. So little really goes a long way. I got a sample thing about 2-3 months ago, and I don't even think I've used half the bottle. So I highly recommend it. Little goes a long way. It's a really great product. The next thing on the list is the Groomers Helper. This is such a crucial thing for groomers that are grooming alone, I think, because I do house calls, so my table can't always be pushed against the wall. Everybody's house is different. And I was having dogs that were all over the table, and I was like, somebody is going to freaking hang themselves. And it was so scary. I was like, if something happened to one of the dogs, even with me being right there, like, it's like you turn the dryer on and they're like, I'd rather die. Like, no, like, it's so stressful. So having the Groomers Helper to like make sure that they can't hang themselves is so reassuring when you're working by yourself. It was kind of expensive. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I remember before I bought it that was my thing, like holding me back, that I was like, oh, it's so expensive, and I feel like you could easily make that and whatever, and you probably could, but I didn't feel like it. I finally, when I went out on my own, my friend Mel had really been telling me you need a Groomer's Helper, and I just bit the bullet and got it, and I was like, if I hate it, then whatever, I'll make a review. And I mean, not saying I'm just like, I'll just slam them if I hate it, like, not saying that. I'm just saying if I hate it and I spend the money, then I'll make a review and let you guys know. So at least it's not for nothing, you know, whereas if I was just trying it and I hated it and it was just sitting in a drawer, then it really would be for nothing. So at least if I get something, that's the good thing. See, that's the thing about being a YouTuber. That's pretty cool, right? If I use something and it doesn't work out, at least I still get something out of it. I get to make a video about it and tell other people not to buy it. Not, like, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? Like, that's not what I mean by it. Like, I mean it in a way of, like, I'm trying to save you guys money, not, like, I'm trying to, like, screw these companies. Like, it's not that. It's, like, I'm trying to save you guys money. So, there's good with the bad there. Anyway, and the next thing on this list is a free thing. It was the two podcasts I've been enjoying the most this year are the Hydra podcast and the Groom Pod podcast. Like, I know I've talked a lot about the Hydra podcast, and you guys know I really like it. They upload all the time. They do a lot of interviews with other groomers, and I always get really good information from Hydra. They are shorter episodes too, which some people may like, others may not. It's preference. So I personally like a longer podcast because I listen to it while I'm grooming. So I'm probably working for at least an hour. So I do prefer to have a podcast that's like an hour long. And the Groom Pod is usually an hour long. I really like Susie and Barbara. I like how their personalities work together. I feel like I'm more of a Susie. Just saying, if you watch the podcast, I feel like I'm more of a Susie. Susie is just like really cool and like really down to earth. She's like been through it. Like, she's like gone through some shit in her life, but like, she's like just like this really like happy, like positive energy now, like, and I really like that. Not saying like I'm 100% like that, but I feel like I relate to her because I'm like, I love like her cutesy, happy personality, but she knows when to get serious and she knows when to get real. And then there's Barbara, who is like the fucking not expert. I mean, yeah, honestly, expert. Like, her, like, I think, yeah, because their thing starts and it says that Susie, or that Barbara was Susie's former mentor. And it really shows, like, Barbara knows her shit. Like, when it comes to, like, the science and the ingredients and things and stuff like that, and you guys know I'm an ingredient person. She's fighting the same fight. She wants these ingredients posted, sorry guys, but she wants these ingredients posted on labels. She wants the transparency from the company, all of that stuff. She respects cosmetology. Barbara is an OG. She's a badass. And she's like, I think she's like 70 years old and she's still like grooming every day. Like, she like kind of like, she'll like make jokes about like grooming until she dies. And like, I mean, she's the badass bitch. Like, get it, Barbara. If you are seeing this video, I love you, Barbara. Like, you are a badass, and I hope I get to meet you one day because you crack me up. The combination of them together, they're just fantastic. And I love free stuff that I can share with you guys. And I learned so much through them, like, especially about shampoos and stuff. Oh my God, I learned so much through Barbara and Susie. So they're fantastic, and go check them out. Go give the Groom Pod a shout out. Go tell Groom Pods hi and tell them I sent you, okay? Anyway, so the next thing on my list is my Jersey Pets comb. So if you follow me on Instagram, you just saw that Jilly gave me the other comb. So now I have both of the Jersey Pets comb. I've only got to use the new one time, so I haven't gotten a full opinion on it yet. But the one I've had is just so fantastic. Like, the teeth are very fine. This is not a comb that you would use for dematting at all. Do not use this comb on a tangle. Do you understand me? Okay, so once your shit's all combed out and it's all pretty and it's ready to go and you're not pulling through tangles anymore, then you pull out your finishing comb and it will pull out every hair and it will really help you to get the most perfect cut that you can get. So I really, really, really like that comb. And in my opinion, you can get a better haircut with that comb and spend the like $30, $35. Maybe it's a little bit more, but you can spend that and get this comb And it's a lot cheaper than buying a whole new pair of shears. Like, if you're really combing that hair out, and like even if you're using cheaper shears, at least you've combed out the hair to see it. But if you have like a really expensive pair of shears but not a good comb, and you're not combing this hair out to see it, to cut it, then it doesn't matter how expensive your shears are. Do you see what I'm saying? So anyway, those Jersey pet combs are so huge. The next thing is my camp shower. I love my camp shower. It's like, so, like, I really could not do what I do. I would have to make my weight limit very low if I didn't have my camp shower, because it's the only way I can bathe dogs in a bathtub. So if I didn't have my camp shower, I'd probably have to make it sinks only, and it'd have to be like a small weight limit. Like, it'd have to be like dogs that would fit in a sink. So the camp shower is so huge. I don't use it for bathing. I get asked about a lot. I'm really not sure what the soap and stuff would do to the inside of the camp shower, so I do just use it for water. But you're always welcome to try it for bathing if you want, but just be careful. And I'm not going to recommend it. Just because I don't know if it's going to mess your thing up. And I don't want to say, like, yeah, try it out, and then you fuck up your camp shower that you just spent like $40 on or whatever it is. So, don't try it. Just don't even try it. Just use it for water. And it's not going to be good for hairy giant breeds. Like, I would say I do a 35-pound weight limit, and I keep it to shorter hair breeds. If people are like, honestly, if somebody had like a Luna and they called me, I'd probably turn them down, because like the water just is not going to penetrate. It's like, that system is perfect for short-haired dogs and for small dogs. That's it. Okay. Anyway, next thing is the DMK Nail Wraps. I had been waiting for something like that for so long, and I have personally met Melina and her husband Jameson that are behind DMK Nail Wraps. They're driving me nuts, and they are really nice people, and they make really good products. I've used the nail wraps on my dogs. They hold up forever. They're so cute, and they're always coming out with new stuff. And Melina has like a whole store. The DMK store they have is DMK Boutique. They have so many things, like so many creative things and cutesy things and colors and like all kinds of stuff on there. You have to check it out. But I highly recommend the nail wraps. If you can't get anything else, try their nail wraps out, because they're so cute and they're so easy to apply. They're just like a little sticker. You just stick on the little dog's nails, and they're perfect. I just love them so much. The next thing is such a huge thing. This is Hydra. Hydra has obviously been one of my favorites this year. When I went out on my own, I was now in charge of like picking what shampoo I wanted. So I, by default, started with Hydra, and I fell in love all over again. I hadn't gotten to use Hydra as like my main shampoo since I bought samples last Christmas. I bought samples for the first time last Black Friday was the first time that I bought samples of Hydra. I bought the starter kit, and I used them. I really liked it, but the shop I worked at provided the shampoo, and they wouldn't buy Hydra, so I was just using what they provided me with. So when I went out on my own, I really wanted to get something good, and I was like, I know Hydra. I remember I really liked it, so I bought it. I've fallen in love all over again. I get so many compliments every time I'm bathing the dogs and the client walks by. They're like, wow, that smells so good. I don't even use cologne anymore because it just smells so good. It leaves them so soft and conditioned, and they just feel amazing. So I really, really have been enjoying Hydra. My favorite combination recently is like if you have a white dog that's really dirty, you mix the extreme shampoo with the whitening, like put them in the same bottle, like use like a good amount of the extreme, and I squeeze in like a decent amount of the whitening, more extreme than whitening, and like it cleans, you guys. It does so good. It leaves them like really nice and sparkly white. So I really like that combo. That was actually Gabriel Fiatosa from that is with Hydra, him and his husband Jeremy. Gabriel posted that on his story, and it was so, like, it was such a good tip, and I was really excited. I ended up messaging him. I was like, thank you for posting that. It really helped. So try that out if you haven't, if you're looking for a good whitening, because I know I was having a really hard time finding something that truly whitened. So anyway, highly recommend that. And then the last thing that I have on my list is Mogo. So let me open up my app so I can kind of show you, like, so you like have like your little appointment thing, and oh, I thought somebody was pulling my driveway. I was like, what the fuck? But anyway, so you have like, you can do like your little monthly thing. Oh, you're not gonna be able to to see that. But, like, so you can do, like, your little appointments. And, like, I put everything in here. I put, like, appointments that I have for me. Like, my clients I put in here, so it'll keep me on track. You can track your money through here if you want. I track everything through Square, personally. It's just easier for me because I dump Square into QuickBooks, and it's just so much easier. But anyway, so, but I will keep up of, like, okay, if I paid Charter, then I put it in here. And if we have, like, my friend is like, hey, you want to come over this day? I'll put that in here. Like, and it just keeps me so organized. I have the I think it's like $35 a month package with Mogo. It does text reminders. The only thing is I don't think it does call reminders. I've been doing those manually. And I don't have two-way text on it, which is fine because I have Google phone and I have my own personal phone number that I text clients through. So having a third thing to keep track of messages through would just be so confusing. But yeah, it keeps track of your clients. You can keep notes on your haircuts. It will help you route your clients so that you can put people close together. Like, so if they live close together, you can route them close together so you're not driving all over the place. And I'm not saying that you necessarily have to get Mogo because I haven't looked fully into all the other ones. This is just what was recommended to me, and I kind of needed to pick something quick, so I picked Mogo. But I know my friend Steph highly recommends Savvy Pet Spa. Any sort of booking system, if you're not using something like this, is so necessary. Especially, like, I think about my last job where they were constantly overbooking me, and they were, like, it was like dog on top of dog on top of dog. So I'll show you, like, tomorrow's appointment. Let me make sure. Sorry, I just want to make sure there was not going to be any client information. So you see how, like, they're, like, these big block of space. Like, it's hard to see, but this one ends, like, so basically you can't put two things at a time. And if you do, like, manage to do that, they're going to show up next to each other. So if you have, like, employees that are new that you're trying to teach how to book, I think this system is such a good way to do that. And you can put, like, multiple employees on here. I forgot how to do it because I don't have employees on here, but you can put multiple, like, so when I get my business, like, when I get the mobile van and stuff, I'll get Derek on here, and then I'll give him the schedule, and then that way he'll be able to keep track of everything too, so he can have the addresses of everybody, and he can see on here when I put, like, hey, we have a Christmas party to go to, or we gotta go to, like, my mom's house this weekend. I can put all of that in here, and then we can all be on the same page. So anyway, I really, really like this system. But like I said, any system is fine. I just think a booking system is so necessary. I know a lot of clients a lot of groomers that still are writing appointments down in a book by hand, and I just say, screw that. Like, this keeps track of your shot records, like, everything. Like, don't do it by hand anymore. We're not living in the 50s, okay? We got technology for a reason, so use it. I'm just saying. It's so much easier to have it all tracked here because it sends me notifications. Like, I accidentally entered a client at the wrong time the other day, and I didn't even realize it, and my system, like, let me know. Like, it sent me a notification, and I realized I'd put her in at 11. I was like, oh my god. So I was able to, like, work it out because I, like, got that notification, and I, like, talked to her, and we figured it all out. So this really keeps me on track, and I really recommend having a booking system. So anyway, that was it. Let me just double check, but yeah, that was it for my 2019 favorites for grooming. This video ended up being way longer than the other one. I'm kind of surprised. I thought that the other one I would blab on a lot more, but I can talk about grooming stuff forever, I guess, so it's not too surprising. But anyway, I love you guys. I hope that you have had a really great year. And yeah, I'm so glad that I'm able to be here sharing this stuff with you guys and recording videos, and that's, like, my thing now. I, like, make videos, and, like, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, like, I'm probably gonna do this, like, pretty much the rest of my life. Like, I don't know why I would stop now. Like, I was, like, when I had, like, 100 subscribers, like, at the beginning, or, like, maybe even midway through this year, I was so satisfied with that. Like, I was like, the fact that, like, even 10 people would sit here and watch my videos every day. If, like, 10 people want to watch my videos, then I'm going to keep making videos for those 10 people. So the fact that, like, this, like, family has grown so much, and I don't think I'm ever going to give you guys, like, a cheesy, like, do you ever hear the YouTubers, the Jake Paulers and stuff like that? Like, no, we're not going to do that over here, so don't worry. But I love you guys so much, and thank you for making this year so great for me, because it wouldn't be what it is right now if I didn't have you guys and if I wasn't making these videos. So I'm really thankful. And yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!